What's up guys, back into there with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with the Golden Age arc chapter 1, volume 3. Really excited to get into this, as obviously we know a lot about the Golden Age arc from watching all the movies and the TV series from the 90s as well. I think there's quite a lot of information left out of those. I did end up reading a few chapters here and there just to catch up on some stuff that was missing from the anime. My friend Megaturtles kind of linked me 3 or 4 chapters, this being one of the ones I did read, because this has quite a lot of stuff that isn't in the anime and adds a lot of context. And some of my favourite parts of the whole watching the anime and watching the movies were actually reading the parts that they missed out in the manga, funnily enough, which is why I took up reading the manga. I was actually going to read it at my own time and whiz through it, but I decided to again watch it on the channel, and I'm glad I did. Thank you guys for supporting the series. It's got a hell of a lot of support, so again, thank you guys very much. If you guys did like this video though, leave a like in the on the like button. Also leave some comments what you guys thought about this chapter down in the comment section, and any ways I can improve these reactions as well if you've got any. And yeah, let's get right into this first chapter, guys. Probably gonna whiz through this one quite fast, because again I have already read this one. If I remember, it is pretty dark. There's a character called Donovan, and I'm pretty sure Puck is Puck in this chapter. I can't remember if he's in this chapter or not. I don't actually think he's in the Golden Age arc at all. I don't think. I'm not 100% sure of that, but yeah, there's definitely a character called Donovan we've got to look forward to at some point. But yeah, this is just going over Guts' birth, isn't it? Right there, and there's his mother, which is lovely. There's also a wife or a girlfriend to the man that looks after him. I forget the guy's name, but there's also a wife that we see a little bit in the movie. Actually, there's a shot of her dying, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, obviously she dies. But it was actually quite a wholesome part of the manga that they left out of the anime. Yeah, just obviously born from death. Guts adds a lot to when people say he's got like the devil's luck surviving all these situations. Kind of leaving that out is a little bit questionable, isn't it? So obviously I got to read how he was born, and again a little bit as to why he's got that luck. Yeah, this is a fucking sick shot, isn't it? There was no way I wasn't continuing reading this after reading a couple chapters. The artwork's just beautiful. But yeah, I got hooked again. Was going to binge a hell of a lot of it in my own time, but again, just decided to wait and just watch it on the channel. Or read it on the channel, I should say. Whoa, pretty grisly. Yeah, I think this chapter's reasonably short, so I'm going to try and do 2 chapters today. What I might do, because I'm recording this a few days in advance, I might do this chapter today, and then maybe the second chapter on Monday when I upload. And there'll be 2 in this one video. Who knows? Pretty grisly. Shisu, wait. Oh. Poor girl. She's been acting funny since her miscarriage 3 days ago. That would have been your kid, right, Gambino? How the hell should I know? That's his name, Gambino. And yeah, this is Shisu, who again is not involved in the anime. Which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, she had a miscarriage, obviously going to be a little bit fucking, maybe not a little bit, but distraught. And yeah, she obviously picks up Guts. Hey, Shisu, how long are you going to stay there like that? Snap out of it. That kid's already dead. Ah! Little Guts. He got the spiky hair from baby days. It's quite crazy he's got that amount of hair, isn't it? Thinking about it. A lot of hair for a kid. Huh? Hey, that kid's alive. Under the dead body of its mother, the baby made its birth cries, cradled in a mire of blood and afterbirth. Ugh. Afterbirth. Disgusting. Look at his little willy. It's literally just like what you draw of someone's nose crease. But yeah, disgusting as well, of course. Umbilical cord still attached. I'm not 100% sure what Maya means, but we go. The baby cries out, "Hey, Shisu!" She's not giving that one up. Again, I'm probably not going to look too much in detail at the panel because I've already looked in a lot of detail in my own time. You gotta allow that, Gambino? Hella fuck her. She can do what she wants. I don't know about that. Yeah. What is it? It's a bad omen, isn't it? Picking up a kid at a place like this? You guys scared? Why no? You gotta be kidding me. Sheesh. It'll die anyway if we just leave him alone. Until then, let it be Shisu's little toy to console her. I've got a feel for Shisu, haven't you? Having a miscarriage baby, then magically finding one out here of all fucking places. I think you got a feel for her having a fucking boyfriend like Gambino, to be honest. Oh, Gambino is something. He's not that bad of a guy. I mean, he's a pretty bad guy, pretty ill-tempered. Yeah, there's just something wrong about him, isn't there? Come on, let's get out of here and stop jabbering about this crap. As we leave the body of the tree of dead bodies. What is that about anyway? All these bodies in this tree like that. I'm not really sure. Is this like what they do? Like mass kind of hangings of heretics and witches? It's like a mass hanging, do you reckon? Well, obviously everyone's been hanged, but yeah, do you reckon it was like because they were painted as witches or something? I don't know, to be honest, but it kind of looks that way. Oh, not sure what's going on here. Oh. A really long pause. A bad omen, isn't it? 3 years later. With their guts' eyes in the darkness. Yeah, they can see them all on their way back now. Hold on, Shisu! Guts, get out of here! She's got the plague! If you get infected, it'll be the end of you too! Yeah, this is how she dies, unfortunately, isn't it? By the plague. And we actually get to see her as well, unfortunately. Again, this was really memorable for me. I'm a little bit shocked they left it out of the anime, because it's a really good storytelling for Guts. It adds a lot to his character, giving us an early version of him, seeing how he grew up and such. Taking that away takes quite a lot away from his character, in my opinion. And that's why, again, I always actually preferred him in the manga, even though I've only read 4 chapters than I did in the anime at all. Except at the end, probably. Yeah, Guts don't give a fuck. And there she is, plagued up. Oh man, she almost looks a bit like slug monster from the last chapter, doesn't she? Guts! Where's Gambino? He won't come. He's in the middle of a siege. Shameful! You'd think a man would be with his woman in her dying moments. Okay, let's stuff something between her teeth. Guts just make his way through. Hey, what are you doing? Guts. Mad that she actually goes to touch him. Guts. I'm guessing it was Shisu that named him Guts as well then. Probably, right? I mean, I think this is the first instance, or the earliest instance of someone calling him Guts that I've seen. I don't think Gambino's got anything to do with it. That's quite interesting. Again, it seems like quite a big thing to leave out, like the person that named him. Well, I guess it doesn't really mean anything, just a name. Guts. Guts. He holds her hand. Sad, isn't it? And the light goes out. The light is reduced to nothing. This is the siege. 3 years later. Yo, guts. A spear. Give me a spear. I much prefer the battles like this as well in the manga. They just look cooler. I don't really like them that much in the anime. They're always a little bit boring, if you know what I'm saying. When it came around to kind of fighting these wars and such, there was a few good moments, especially with like kind of the bosses of the forts. But other than that, it was actually reasonably boring in my opinion. Just because the animation limitations and such. Even in the movies, it didn't look great just because a lot of CGI. I've never really had a good adaptation, personally, of these battles. That's hard to do. Come on, don't just sit there. He grabs the spear. Dead body and guts flying over guts. Yeah, that's quite funny, isn't it? Literally guts flying on guts. Ah! Oh. Don't just stand there. You trying to get me killed? God damn it! Who the hell do you think feeds you? That little scowl from Gambino. If I die, you'll end up a corpse on the side of the road. Hey, they're coming! Attack! There goes a little smack from Gambino. What are you looking at? You got a problem? I'll throw you out right now, right in the middle of the battlefield. That bitch Shisu sure picked up a pesky little bastard. Cute little guts there. Bloody mouthed. As the battle passes over. Let's go. Come on, come on. Is that all you've got? There's the dirty knee in the chest. Come on, we're not dancing here. Gambino, you're going too far. You can't expect to teach sword fighting to a 6-year-old kid. He can't expect to keep eating 3 meals forever. We're mercenaries after all. Mercenaries. He's got to earn his own bread around here. That's fine, but Guts, why don't you use a sword more your size? He's training, of course, for his late life. No! No chance. Oh, he's a pig-headed little guy. Why don't we don't keep children's weapons around here? No good, no good. Go get him, kid. Don't hold back. Use your hips more, your hips. Not enough projection. Everyone's backseat fucking dueling here. There. It's slashed up. Let's go, guards. Fuck you, Gambino. You runt! He slashes his nose, how he gets that scar. Cool, that would be a horrible one, wouldn't it? Just be cut right there like that. I've had, if you can't tell, I've had quite a bit of damage to my nose. Been hit a few times. Headbutted in a football match. Been hit by a golf club. Fell down. I've had quite a lot of trauma to my nose, which is why it's misshapen. One of the times it actually kind of shaped itself back. It kind of got hit back into its natural kind of way. So it could have been much farther worse, but it definitely isn't. Definitely isn't straight. I think you notice mostly. There's reaction mash-up channels. I think I noticed most of all like last year when I saw my face reversed, and you could definitely tell it was like a bit sideways. It's quite hard to tell just normally. But yeah, that's a good way of telling if you've got a kind of symmetrical part of your face or not. Just kind of reverse an image, and if it looks strange, you're probably a little bit wonky, like me. I think everyone's a little bit wonky though, if you know what I'm saying. Gambino? Hey, you're going too far. He's just a kid. Careful with him. Careful. It's an awful cut, all the way to the bone. That was a bit childish, wasn't it? Gambino, sir. Yeah, I guess I pushed him a little too hard. I don't think you feel bad at all with that face. Hot. So hot. My face feels like it's on fire. My nose, clogged with blood. My head so heavy. I can't breathe. How long does he plan to keep the kid anyway? Did you hear? Where the kid came from? Yeah, I heard he was born from a corpse. For people in our line of work who put our lives at risk, he's a bad omen. He'll bring us bad luck. I bet it's his fault that Shisu died of the plague. He grabs his big sword. I'd love to see this animated. All of this is one flowing story. And he sleeps with it. Just a creased up blanket, a naked guts and a sword. When you sleep with something, you know that's when you're like safe, and that's when you're relying on something, and you can trust in that something, if you know what I'm saying. So it's no wonder he has such a trust and such a skill with the sword, if you know what I'm saying. He's so accomplished with it. It's like nothing when he brings it out. It's just like it's a part of himself, if you know what I'm saying. He's not actually taking out a weapon, he's just taking out part of himself later on in the series and for all the chapters we've read, isn't it? Makes a lot of sense, and again, stuff that's kind of left out of the anime, which sucks a little bit. But again, glad we're reading it. Very glad reading it. I'm not much of a manga person, so I always was a little bit kind of, maybe ashamed's the wrong word, but I always knew how legendary Berserk was. I heard about it a lot, but because I didn't like manga, obviously I didn't really give it a try out. And I don't like 90% of manga just because I'm quite bad at kind of visualizing stuff, but I don't really need to with this because so fucking well drawn. 98, 99, 100. Mad, isn't it? Doing 100 slashes like that at that age. When I'm swinging this sword, I don't have to think about anything. You sure I've taken a long time to draw water? Gambino! Or pleasant face. Here. It's medicine. Rub it on your wounds. Eh? Gambino? Doing something nice? No way. It literally just looks like a clam. I don't think he's happy he's doing something nice, is he? Look at these faces he's putting. Oh, I guess that's a bit of a smile. I guess I don't know. Gambino. Thank you. Hurry up and get the food ready. Look at that face. I love this one. I love this one. It seems like he really doesn't want to say it, but he's very appreciative of it, if you know what I'm saying. He's 50-50. It's almost been like Gambino, like his face says no, but his mouth and his actions helped out. Same with this, kind of looks like a bit of a spoil is the wrong word for guts, isn't it? He's not spoiled at all, but looks like a bit of a spoiled child's face right there. Yeah, I love this panel. And he's just looking innocent as fuck. Ow! Perhaps it was for no other reason than to soothe the guilty conscience. Maybe. We'll never know, really. We'll never know why he done that. Maybe it was a bit of both. Maybe it was for a bit of Shisu, maybe. Maybe it was just because he was a kid. Or maybe it was just, again, just because he knew he'd done something bad. 3 years later. Another 3 years later. We've got another siege going on here. this just looks so much better than what any of the anime or at movies done. And this came out in like the 80s, I'm pretty sure, maybe the early 90s, late 80s. I'm not really 100% sure actually, but again, it just looks better, doesn't it? It looks more alive than what they managed to do with it somehow, and it's in black and white. Ooh. All right, guys, let's go to work. First one there takes it all. Let's make some money. Don't overexert yourself, kid. Just do what's needed, because if you die, you lose everything. Hey, Guts. It's your first battle. Work hard. Charge! Jeez, man. Look at the detail in this shit. Guts' uniforms before he actually grew up were quite cringe, aren't they? they're quite amateur, aren't they? They almost look like amateur, what's it called, wrestling outfits with like the headgear and stuff on. You gotta wonder how much that helps. I mean, obviously it'll probably stop some stuff at your forehead, but if it's going through your eye, you're just done. Well, you can say that about any of the armor, to be fair. If it's a good enough shot to get through this, then fair play to the archer. Yeah, look at the detail in these suits of armor and these characters. It's fucking awesome, isn't it? Again, just even though it's black and white, it just feels so much more realistic and so much more detailed and good to look at. It's so sick. Again, just this alone beats out half of the kind of army battles that we see in the anime, in my opinion. Pant. I'm not doing the sound effects for that. But look at this guy's armor. It looks cool as hell. It looks like a bit of a crow. I did say I wouldn't take too much time, but I think I am going for this pretty quickly though, to be fair. And there we go, Guts versus the crow guy. Misses. I guess the headband did come in handy, didn't it? Maybe I kind of jinxed myself with that. Got lucky though, didn't he? Got very lucky. As then he gets hit in the back with some hammer balls from this brute. Caff. I've always kind of wondered about these. They look dangerous, they look powerful, don't they? But you actually can't get that much power. If you spin them around, definitely you can. But just going like this wouldn't actually do that much power. You're better off just using a sword at that point, right? I've always kind of seen these as reasonably pointless as weapons. They look cool. They're probably quite good as torture weapons as well, I imagine. But here's Gambino saving Guts. That's the second time he's done something nice, I guess. Gambino! Watch your back. This isn't sword practice. After you killed one, move on. Come on, hurry up. Work. And they're back again. Getting their reparations, their winnings. Next. Gambino! What do you want? Here. Here you go. 1 coin. Wow. Keep it up. I will. I will. Ah. Yeah, just extorting Guts at this point, isn't he? Get even 1 coin, which is at least something. Oh, what's going on here? This guy's got himself a mistress. This guy looks pretty cool. And this guy is I didn't actually notice this when I first read through. Guy's getting tended to. Looks like he's pretty much dead. Yeah, it gives him a little coin. That's enough to keep Guts happy. Just the one coin. Look how proud he is of that coin, man. Flinging up in the air. Oh shit, here he is. Here he is. Gambino. What? Something I can do for you, Donovan? How much he costs? Extorting the boy and then fucking selling him on. Here we go, man. Here we go. I really didn't want to see this again, but I guess we this one more time. Is this guy black? He's a lot darker than every other person, so I'm pretty sure he's intended to be black as well, right? As the sun goes down, the moon comes out. Whenever it gets to be this time, can't stop shaking. Interesting, isn't it? Again, I always kind of imagine this as the kind of witching hour late at night when things are their most supernatural. But I imagine this is something we've probably got to remember later on. And there's Donovan's silhouette. Who's there? Donovan? That hand. Look at that hand. Should have slept with a sword. There he goes. The predator. An ogre, doesn't he? And that's the end. So have I read the next chapter as well? I must have read the next chapter as well. So what I think I've probably done is read the Black Swordsman, the first chapter only, and then this chapter and the next one, and then there was one more after that, which I think was around chapter 14 or 20 or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but that is the end. We end on Donovan attacking Guts, and we're going to continue it next time out, it looks like. I think we've only been recording for about half an hour, right? Yeah, I think it's only been about half an hour, so I will do another one. Probably going to do that on Monday, actually. So for you guys, I'll be back in a second, but for me, I'll be back in a few days. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this first chapter. It's going to get quite dark next chapter. It was already quite dark, obviously, with Guts' birth in this one. I'm just gonna check if I did read this one. I imagine I did because again I saw all the Gambino stuff, so I won't go too far. But yeah, next in the next, well, obviously for you guys again, it'll be soon. I'll be starting the fourth volume, and this one will cover, what was it? Golden Age Arc chapter 2, 3, 4. So yeah, this is where it starts actually getting a little bit shorter per chapter. So maybe next time I might actually do chapter 2 and 3. Because I think beforehand I was doing about 100 or maybe 150 pages. So yeah, I'll do at least chapter 2 for the rest of this video, but maybe chapter 3. And yeah, let's get into those ones. So what's up, guys? Back again, obviously just a few seconds for you guys, but a few days for me. Back with this volume 4 now, and we'll be continuing with the Golden Age Arc chapter 2. Like I mentioned in the last reaction, I'm pretty sure I did read this chapter as well. This will, I think, mark the last of the chapters I did read in my own time, though. I think there is one more around chapter 14 or in the 20s. I can't quite remember when, but it was during the scene of Guts in the forest when he first meets Skull Knight. That is the last chapter I read, I'm pretty sure. So be interested to see what comes after this and what kind of changes from the Golden Age arc the rest of the story has, because again, I mentioned last episode I didn't really like many of these battles, so I'm hoping they're a whole lot better in this version. I imagine there's probably a little bit more kind of emotion and stuff involved in the battles as well, and kind of more plot stuff as well. Kind of seems like they were pretty important, but again, awfully kind of glanced over in the original anime. So hopefully that's the case. But yes, let's get right into the first page. There's old Griffith. So yeah, the chapters are getting a little shorter, aren't they? So again, I think I'll be doing at least 2 chapters per video from here on. Golden Age Arc, Chapter 2. Look at this, yeah, we're already like 1/5 of the way through and we haven't even got to the first page yet, unfortunately. That's a sick image though, isn't it? A younger Guts sitting on the top of a stone hill. It's almost a little bit like what Griffith's yeah, it's almost a little bit like what Griffith's situation is at the end of this arc, with him kind of giving up his whole soldiers. Obviously it's not quite as similar, but kind of sitting on the top of the hill of all the people that he's killed. They're quite similar in that respect. They're similar in a lot of respects, aren't they, Guts and Griffith? Although very much not alike in some as well. What is this? There seems to be quite prominent 2 circles here. But yeah, I remember we were almost going to get raped from fucking Donovan. You end up paying for Guts. What? Quit struggling. I ain't here to eat ya. Come on, relax, and it'll all be over soon. Hehe. Happens all the time in armies. That probably does. Maybe not all so much, because I can't imagine there's too many kids running about in the armies, but where there is, Donovan's there, I imagine. There's a Donovan everywhere, isn't there? Nice, Guts. Ugh. He goes to the sword. Oh, it takes a big one in the chest. Damn kid, fights like a wildcat. Enough of your struggling. Sorry, enough of your wriggling. I paid Gambino good money. Huh? Look at his arm. His arm is actually just like the whole size of him. It's actually probably bigger. I bought you for the night. Paid Gambino 3 silver coins. Huh? And how much did Guts get given by Gambino? It was a coin. Not sure if it was gold or silver. I can't imagine it was gold. It might have been. I can't remember. That scene was that scene in the anime? I think it was. I can't remember what colour it was, but either way, 1 coin. Obviously, I think it's obvious that he means, doesn't mean. That's strange, isn't it? Because Gambino did do something nice in the last chapter for Guts, didn't he? But again, I think this just shows that he doesn't really mean anything to him other than money. They could do, because Shisu, of course, that's a whole kind of situation. Gambino sold your ass out. No, that's a lie. Of course, you'd think that after he'd done something nice and gave you that coin. There's Gambino sweating, butt naked. Lovely. We're not going to spend too long on that one. As I mentioned in the last chapter, we're not going to spend too long on these whole 2 chapters, to be honest, because again, I've already read them. Hehe. Happy with your work, are you prick? Look at the bruises on him. And again, this is another explanation as why Guts doesn't like people touching him, isn't it? Which again is not explained at all really in the original anime. They said that he doesn't like people touching him, but it's never shown where from or anything. It's quite interesting. Again, they take a few liberties like that, where they could just put what happened in like a 2-minute segment or a 1-minute flashback even, and that'll explain it, but they don't. There's the armor of the guy that Guts fought last episode. Last chapter, I should say. As Gambino wakes up. Ugh. Ow. Ah. Guts? Go on. Go on and make me breakfast. Feed the chickens too. What? You want to do practice? You want to do sword practice this early? Sorry, but I got a hangover. Do it someplace else. You mean Gambino doesn't know about last night? Get a move on. Gambino. Yeah? Gulp. Never mind. Cracks a barrel in half. Maybe a start of anger. Oh, obviously not the start of the anger, but this might be again another push towards the anger that Guts has in his life. Even more trauma. Sure are a lot of them. Don't let it scare you. They just got beaten. Morale's down low. Now listen up. Our sponsors' orders are to hit them so hard they'll never even think of forming another army. Of course, we agree that all plunder becomes ours. As always, first one there takes all. It's Donovan in his suit of armour. Charge! That's a awesome drawing of the horse there, isn't it? But scary sometimes how demonical the horses look. With the no eyeballs, just pure white. Yeah, some awesome drawings here again. These scenes are just so much better in the manga, aren't they? They're drawn beautifully, drawn better than any animation I've seen from these battles across all the media I've seen them in. We've got Guts on the left here. Stabbing right through the guy's face or neck. Yeah, looks pissed, doesn't he? Understandably. Here comes Donovan, steaming through. Looking like an ogre. Where do you think you're going? Oh, fucking hell. What part of his face is this guy even get cut off? His eyeballs flying through the air. Jeebus. As someone's aiming an arrow at him from the back. I wonder who this could be. Oh, let's hope it. Oh, I got him in the chest. I was gonna say, let's hope it got him right up his arsehole. Although he might enjoy that. But maybe not. It would be poetic justice, though, wouldn't it? Maybe that's how we should kill him. Stick the sword right up there and then just cut him in half. Again, it would remind me a little bit of that death from Terrifier, Getting cut in half. Ah! And there he is, the boy. Guts. Look how badass that shot is, fucking hell. Just sitting on a horse at his young age as well. Sitting on that horse looking like an established warrior. Yes, this is your time to fucking die, Donovan, you prick. And look at that face from Guts yet again. Just a face of anger. Again, I love how these horses are drawn, man. This shot here just looks so sick, doesn't it? Guts! You little... I forgot about this. Get him right in the mouth. Nice shot, Guts. He's been a good shot with the arrow since young, hey? Right in the fucking mouth. I love this look of panic and almost terror on Donovan's face as well once he realises. Ah! Say it! This almost sinister looking face and Guts here. Say it again! Who sold me out? Say it! I dare you to say it! I can't say much right now. I think that's the whole point. A very much deserved death right here. As he goes in with the sword. Oh, like he's might have heard some people coming, ran away, and that is the end of Donovan. Thank God for that. Hopefully we won't have too many more Donovans from here out. They probably will. Probably will. Charge! Just one more push. That Gambino. Oh, they're getting hit by the cannons. Damn. Guys getting smoked. Gambino! And damn. Not quite dead, but got a bit of a bloody knee. Always going to happen though, it doesn't matter who you are on the battlefield. Anyone's liable to get hit by any random flying object at any point in time, aren't they? He lost a lot of blood, but I managed to save him. Come on, he managed to last through the battle like this? It ain't like he'd die that easy. Still, with that leg, I expect he'll never fight again. Chances are. They got it amputated. That's how they used to do things back in the day, isn't it? Had a problem with your arm or your leg, get it amputated. Chloroform you up. I did do history of medicine in school. Again, I cheated on the test and failed, so it shows you how good I was at it. Pretty terrible, but I do remember a few things. And again, they used to love their old dismembering of limbs. Again, chloroform you up. That would be the most likely case of you dying if you went to the hospital. Too much chloroform. You'd never wake up again. I think that was like that kind of like 1/3 of all cases where people would just die to the chloroform or not wake up. And then obviously the other parts to blood loss and so forth. But it was a very experimental thing, which you don't really like hearing about medicine, do you? Experimenting with kind of saving people's lives and saving people's limbs is not the most ethical. We've got to think about what to do. And about a new leader. I say Duncan for now. Obviously, Gut's still got a lot on his mind about Gambino. You've always acted superior to me. High and mighty, selfish, cold. Always smiling like you were looking down your nose at other people. Nose, hey? I got one of those. One you scarred. Yeah, remembers his sword fight. What? Wait! Don't die on me. Shisu! I'm on my way back. That ain't you. It don't sound like you. At all. Gambino. Dude's crying for Gambino. Dude is crying. You can't really blame the kid for crying over the man that raised him, but the man that raised him was a fucking arsehole. So he shouldn't. He'll learn. Obviously, he'll know. 2 years later. Jeez, look at this suit of armor here on the left. Looks awesome, doesn't it? That's why, again, I can't wait to get to some of these battles that I didn't like so much in the anime, because I know they're just going to be drawn beautifully, and again, especially the suits of armor, because they were drawn beautifully in the anime. So I can only imagine what they're going to look like in the manga. Yeah, look how good this guy looks. No homo. With this armor. Fluffy on top. Amazing. Guts having a bit of trouble, which of course. Out the throat. The blood drips. Gambino! Good dog. Gambino, look at this. I killed the enemy general. I won the reward for it. This much should get you plenty of wine and women. Meat? Huh? You know, meat for the dog. This, I think it's from this gives us, look at the little fat dog. Look at this fat little belly. Looks like a strange dog, doesn't it? Strange anatomy on it. But I think this might be an instance of where we understand what Gambino does like. I think he just likes obedience, doesn't he? Just having that superiority over a smaller being, and having that being be obedient and loyal to him, and nothing else. And he gets to decide its fate. It's quite sick. Quite sick to a certain extent, isn't it? Oh. What's wrong? Hurry and get it. Hurry and get it! He takes a fucking walking stick to his throat. Oh, he actually just straight up hit him. As everyone watches on. Oh, go get some. Ugh. There's big bad Gambino up on his hill. We should all be so lucky. Hey, say that again. Go on, say it again. No, we don't really. You're right though, boys. You're right. Big bad fucking Gambino with his one leg, kicking dogs, smacking kids. Hey, Gambino, don't get worked up. It was a joke. Jordan Dale. And always remember that one, just because my name is actually the meaning of joke in Japanese. A joke? Then why don't we see how sharp your wit is? I don't care if there's two of you. Honestly, boys, all you need to do is kick over his leg. Forget about the sword he's got in his hands. Literally just aim for that leg and he's useless. As that's obviously why he can't fight on the battlefield. If you ain't brave enough to fight a wounded man, I don't want to hear any of your crap. He is fucking raging. Absolutely raging. Getting taken the piss out of by these useless fucking twerps. Absolutely raging. Guts flings his pile of money. Just going rampaging at the place. Rampaging in his room. The pain, man. As it starts to rain. I should stop thinking about it. Right now, all I need to think about is surviving tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll kill lots of enemies again. Earn lots of money. The thunderstorm. And the tent being dragged up from the outside there. Gambino, the fucking demon, steps in. We've already dealt with Donovan. I think a one-legged fucking cripple should be fine. I don't try. I never know. Gambino? What are you? Oh, look at that face. It's a creepy ass face, isn't it? This would be a beautiful design for any kind of insane kind of psychopath, wouldn't it? A face like this. That's a creepy ass face. Creepy ass face. Gambino? He's drunk. It was so careless of me. Things are all like this because I let you stay here. I figured you'd just die before long. Puny little runt. Shouldn't even have been alive anyway. But what happened? Shisu, the one who picked you up, died. Then I lost a leg and had to quit as leader. Too stupid even for a joke. What the hell have you got against me? Giving me the devil for good. Yeah, I thought I got that wrong there. What have you got against me, huh? You're a devil's child, Guts. A cursed kid who's nothing but bad luck. Gambino, You should have died on that day 11 years ago beneath your mother's corpse. Another evil face here from Gambino. The expression he's pulling in this is just amazing. The range of expressions he's pulling very much captures how a drunk person kind of acts, especially when they're running on emotion like this. Look at that fucking sinister face. Again, as a horror fan, you gotta love shit like this. This is what hits you different. You should have died. Come on, Guts. Again, I've read this before, but it gets you back in the moment, doesn't it? And again, I read it a fair few weeks ago, maybe months ago by now. His Guts grabs the sword. Not very sure how to say that sound effect. I love this shot right here as well. We can fully see Guts where his leg would usually be and probably obstruct the vision, but now all that vision of where his leg would be is Guts, obviously giving us what's his name, Gambino's point of view of things. All this stuff has been replaced by this devil boy. His leg, his wife Shisu. Again, it's a work of art, really, drawing it like that, isn't it? I'll let you in on something. You remember what happened the night of your first battle? Donovan bought you. And here we go. Here we fucking go, man. For 3 silver coins. I'm the one he paid. And he almost is looking like a demon in this scene here, isn't he? We've seen plenty of humans more demonly than the demons in this show, haven't we? I think that's a bit of a theme. Same with Hunter x Hunter. I love that theme in the Chimera arc of the humans actually being worse than the Chimera ants. Again, I love that because it's so true in a lot of cases. Humans are the creatures that destroy a whole lot of things. Insects and animals just go about their kind of normal lives, obviously killing other creatures to survive and such, but they don't actually damage other kind of systems and such, do they? And again, I just love that kind of theme. I'm the one he paid. No. Why? Why? Because I was sick of you, that's why. You killed Shisu, and then you followed me around like some lonely puppy. Again, don't act like you didn't like that, Gambino. You fucking let him do that. And like we saw with the dog earlier, you like that shit. You like that shit. Why? And look at this fucking face. Why? The fucking disparity in these faces. We've really ever seen Guts. We've seen Guts cry and we've seen Guts sad, haven't we? Just last chapter. But this is about as emotional as you'll see him, isn't it? Like his whole face is just pained. Same with Gambino, but in a very different way. Again, looking even scarier than a lot of demons we've seen until this point. And that's the end, is it? Why? The end on why. So have I read the next chapter as well then? I'm not 100% sure. We'll just check it out quickly. Maybe I've read this whole volume. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I definitely read this part. Have I read any more? Oh, I read this chapter as well. Maybe I've read this whole volume. Either way, I'm going to cover it and read it again. Because just like this chapter, there's a lot of details I kind of missed, perhaps, when I did read it in my own time. I think when you do read stuff in your own time, and I am more reliable to miss stuff than I would on a reaction video, for example, because again, with the reaction videos, I do like taking my time to actually properly look at the panel in a lot of detail and discuss it, of course. Yeah, that is where we end today. Again, kind of seems like I've actually maybe read this whole volume in that case, or at least next chapter, because I remember the wolf stuff, that's for sure. Yeah, Guts looking a little bit older right here, isn't he? Again, just shows his kind of progression, I think. Yeah, that was a fucking great chapter, wasn't it? Donovan yet again. It's a shame we end right on this song. It's a banging song. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, crazy end to this chapter. Again, I love these facial expressions, especially from Gambino, but Guts looking sad as hell as well. I just love the this in contrast to the demonic faces and the demonic designs we've seen so far, this is just as scary, if you know what I'm saying. Like, this face of this normal human being right here is just as scary, if not maybe even more so, with the intentions, you know, he's got in hand, and knowing what he's done for Guts, kind of selling him off to get raped by Donovan. Again, that wasn't quite as bad as I remember kind of reading through on the first time. I remember I was absolutely fucking mortified on the when I first read about Donovan and such raping Guts. Luckily, it's not ever kind of explicitly seen, but very much obviously hinted at would be an understatement, to be honest. It definitely did happen, of course. And I'm glad Guts will be able to get revenge again. I have read the next chapter. Again, I'm just going to take it like I read this whole volume, to be honest. So it's a bit of a shame I didn't get a first react to that on the channel, you guys. But again, I'm glad I'm going over it again, just to get even more of the details, even more of the facial expressions, and the little things. Again, like this scene. Where is it? Yeah, like this scene here, which I again didn't pick up on the first read through. I just love how the artistic kind of way this is drawn, where Guts is in place of that other leg. Again, just little things like that I wouldn't pick up on the first read. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about this chapter in the chapter 1 and chapter 2 down in the comment section. Again, I have recorded this a few days apart, so apologies about that. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy the video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. I'll be back tomorrow with chapter 3 and probably chapter 4 as well. I will have to see how I do on the time in front of that, but it should be fine because I don't have any weekly anime to record tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully you can join me then. Let me know again what you guys thought of this chapter down in the comment section, if you guys enjoyed this one as much as me, or if you guys didn't enjoy some moments like the Donovan scenes and such as much as me. But again, just absolutely love some of these artwork. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought down in the comment section, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.